And here we are. Dinner for two idiots. Liger! Come downstairs. Linux! Come upstairs now. We're doing a romantic video. Come upstairs. Take a seat, guys. Take a seat.
Bro, I was gonna take a nap.
I'm gonna read out some fan fiction, but I'm gonna get AI to read it. And if you laugh, you get egged on your head. But wait, let me explain, please. Don't
Egged
go
on
anywhere.
her head every single time.
Yeah, but it's boiled egg. One of them isn't boiled. So it's a random chance that one of you is gonna get hit today on the head and you're gonna die.
If we laugh, you said?
Yeah, so fill your mouths up with water. Then all you have to do is just not smile or not let any water out.
Okay.
And you don't get egged. Okay?
Alright.
Alright, you both got a mouthful of water, right? Mm-hmm. You okay? Mm-hmm. Okay. By the way, I did not write these, okay? I did not. I swear, bro. I swear I didn't.
Lennox wiped the sweat from his chin, leaning lazily against the birch fence as he gazed at the greenery stretching before him. The warm breeze swept over his skin, but something about it felt different, more focused, more intentional. Then he felt it, a phantom touch, feather-light yet unmistakable, trailing down his sides. His breath hitched. If this is some weird mod, I'm extremely uncomfortable right now. A shimmer of brown flickered beside him, and half of Donnie's body faded into view, smirking as usual. Relax, Lennox. It's just me. Lennox let out a shaky breath, pressing a hand to his chest. I thought this was one of your ridiculous mods. Donnie hummed, stepping closer. Like I let anyone else mess with you the way I do. Before Lennox could respond, Donnie disappeared again, vanished but not gone. The warmth stayed, teasing touches returning with a slow, deliberate purpose. Lennox shivered as invisible hands ghosted down his back, brushing against his clothes in a way that had his fingers curling against the wooden fence. Donnie, his voice was quiet enough. You sound different already. Donnie's voice was nothing but a whisper.
No, he hasn't got water.
Ear.
His water's still in there.
Clear even when unseen. Getting distracted? Lennox huffed, tilting his head ever so slightly, inviting without words. You're not playing fair. Was I supposed to? Lennox gasped softly as warm. Unseen hands gripped his hips, pulling him back just enough to send a
No,
rush of
I stop it. Pause it. Pause
His knees
it.
nearly buckled.
Whoa. What's this?
Lennox
Someone's been a messy boy. No, that was not, bro. You have to egg now. Okay.
You grip my hips?
I didn't. What do you mean?
You grip my hips?
I didn't write it, bro.
Why is it so delicate?
Bro.
This is the Linux Liger potion right now. Yo, what is that story, bro?
So one of these is a normal egg?
One of these is normal egg, the rest are boiled. Oh, let me see it. Okay, all right, you got lucky.
Wow.
Now show it. Oh my god. Okay,
Wow.
yeah, you got
I'm good.
Yeah, you got hard boiled one. You can eat if you want.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
How long have these been here?
I think I left it like 9 days.
Wait, even the raw egg?
Oh, the raw egg I found in this house. That's why I got the idea from.
Donnie, that's like it could be bird flu or something.
Maybe. That's why I'm not the one putting on my head. Are you crazy?
Cool.
Lennox gasped softly as warm. Unseen hands gripped his hips, pulling him back just enough to send a rush of heat straight through him. His knees nearly buckled, but Donnie's hold was firm, steadying him with a teasing squeeze. I love how easily you melt, Donnie murmured, the words wrapping around Lennox like a slow trickle of honey. Lennox barely registered the way his body reacted, how he instinctively leaned into the touches, how his breath grew uneven. He bit his lip, eyes fluttering shut as
you did.
warmth continued to envelop him, tracing every line of his body with an almost unbearable patience. Donnie, his voice was soft, nearly pleading. But before Donnie could respond, another presence pressed in close. A sharper heat, a steadier touch. Are you two really starting without me? Lennox's eyes snapped.
What? Are you two starting without me?
What did he say? What did he say?
Wait, it didn't say Liger though.
We're about to find out.
Nah, bro. Okay, so I go.
Yeah, you gotta go again.
Bro, the thing is, get the laughs out early, cause.
Oh yeah, true.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm good.
Wait, that might go on me, bro. Can you not do that hard? Bro,
Crazy.
throw it from the side. Oh my god. Can you stop throwing the eggs on the floor?
Bro, there's water all over the floor.
Yeah, but you raising a barn?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Liger, you know, someone out there who wrote this story is like so excited to hear that we are listening to this.
Right.
Like we never heard. Actually, that's a lie. I heard one of them, but I
Yeah.
read like the first page and I couldn't do it. And
Yeah. From that point onwards, it was just
I
too
don't
weird.
know if that's a good thing.
All right, let's go.
Are you two really starting without me? Lennox's eyes snapped open as he felt the unmistakable warmth of Liger slotting inside him. His voice smooth and teasing. Unlike Donnie's feather-like taunts, Liger's presence was firm, grounded. His fingers trailed over Lennox's wrist before it, shifting to Donnie, tugging him halfway into visibility. Donnie, half phased into view, pouted. Maybe. Liger frowned, his other hand settling low on Lennox's waist, fingers flexing. Rude. Lennox shuddered at the new sensation, caught between two sources of heat. Maybe you should do something about it then. Liger hummed, shifting closer.
What did they say?
His breath a whisper against Lennox's jaw. I think I will. Donnie chuckled low and knowing. This just got a lot more fun. And just like that, the teasing was over, replaced by something much, much sweeter.
And that's story 1. Congratulations! You guys survived the first story.
Did they say we were all like pressing up against each other?
Yeah. So Linux.
Why am I submissive?
I don't know, bro.
Why am I submissive?
I don't know.
Yeah, they said I have a firm touch.
Yeah, and mine was feather-like, and then
Yeah.
Linux was in the middle of us.
Yeah, we were pressing down on you. It was like an Oreo.
Isn't it 100,000
Like
likes
the
if we
bottom of the Oreo was caramel probably.
100,000 likes if we recreate it.
Bet.
All right, mouthful again. It's time for story 2.
How many stories are there?
There's 3 stories.
The storm outside raged, thunder crashing against the house, its intensity matching the turmoil inside Donnie. His body was curled into a tight ball,
What?
every tremor from the storm sending waves of panic through him.
Oh,
He couldn't control it, couldn't stop the fear clawing at his chest, tightening his breath. Donnie. Lennox's voice broke through, soft yet firm, close enough for Donnie to feel the warmth in his words. His heart skipped, and for a brief moment, he hoped Lennox couldn't see the mess he was in. Lennox crouched beside him, his eyes full of concern, and something more, something that made Donnie's skin flush with heat. "You all right?" he asked, his tone a little too soft, like he already knew the answer. Donnie couldn't bring himself to respond, his voice caught somewhere between panic and vulnerability. His eyes fluttered shut as the storm echoed again. Another crash shaking the house and forcing a shudder from him. Lennox's hand brushed against his shoulder light, but it sent a jolt through Donnie's body. He looked up, barely able to meet Lennox's eyes. "You're not okay," Lennox murmured, a quiet accusation laced with concern.
close.
Without waiting for Donnie's response, Lennox sat down next to him, close enough that Donnie could feel the warmth radiating off him. The space between them was small, intimate, and Donnie found himself leaning into it despite the gnawing embarrassment clawing at him. "You scared of thunder, huh?" Lennox asked, his voice a whisper now, just enough to make Donnie's heart race. Donnie shook his head, but it was a weak gesture, and they both knew it. His body shook as another crash rang through the air, his hands flying to cover his ears, his chest tightening with each passing second. Without hesitation, Lennox pulled Donnie into his arms, his touch firm but gentle, as though holding him together. Donnie's heart pounded as he felt Lennox's body close to his warmth, his strength. It was overwhelming, and for a moment, he thought he might crumble under the weight of it, but Lennox didn't pull away. Instead, he pulled Donnie even closer, his hands sliding down his back in slow, soothing motion. The tension in Donnie's body started to ease, but it was replaced by a different kind of tension, an intimacy that felt new and dangerous. Just then, another presence entered the room. He was quieter, but his presence was impossible to ignore. His sharp eyes took in the scene before him, and something flickered in them, understanding, curiosity, and something deeper. "You two started without me." Liger's voice was smooth. Donnie's breath hitched as Liger knelt beside him, his hand brushing lightly against Donnie's knee before trailing up, slow and deliberate. Lennox smirked, but his grip on Donnie didn't loosen. "He needed comfort," Lennox murmured, his voice low, his fingers still tracing soft patterns against Donnie's back. Liger's gaze softened as he reached for Donnie, his fingers tilting Donnie's chin up so their eyes met.
Oh, you spit? Oh no, you both spit. Wait, Ligers was definitely first. I saw it, but I didn't want to say. Wait, spit.
Why am I always saying, did you guys start without me?
You feel left out, bro. It's okay.
Fine, I spilled out a bit, bro.
I saw it and I was like, wait, do I carry on? But yeah, you got lucky,
My
Lennox.
jaw hurts from trying not to laugh.
Bro, when I heard, oh my god, when I heard that, like I said, you guys started without me again.
Should we just both choose one?
Alright, I think you should choose this one.
Okay, you do this one.
You both okay?
Yeah?
"And you know I hate being left out." His voice was just above a whisper, but it sent shivers down Donnie's spine. Donnie's heart pounded as Liger leaned in, his lips ghosting over Donnie's cheek before brushing against his lips in a feather-like touch. It was different from Lennox's, slower, more teasing, but just as intoxicating. Donnie felt himself melt between them, the heat of their bodies pushing away the fear that had gripped him.
What? You both kissing
Liger's
me?
hand found its way to Lennox's wrist, pulling him in closer.
You doing
making
what?
The space between them nearly non-existent. Lennox chuckled, his breath warm against Donnie's skin. Guess we're not focusing on the storm anymore. Liger smirked, his fingers tracing along the edge of Donnie's jaw before tilting his head back slightly, exposing his throat. No, he murmured, we're not. And with that, the storm outside was completely forgotten.
Wow. Can I get a round of applause, guys, please? Thank you, bro. That
He's like
was
seriously messed up, bro.
that was written by LigerFan333. So,
Yo, shout out to the Liger Army.
I feel like I was getting left out, man.
bro, stop feeling
Yeah, why
left
always
out.
coming like, why are you guys starting without me? Like, dude.
Now pour it in your mouth, but you have to. This time I want full. All right, this one is the worst one yet. You ready? 3, 2, 1.
The room was thick with
Wait, no, pause it, no. You laughed before it started, bro. No, you laughed before it
Bro,
started.
there was so much pressure in my mouth.
Spit out,
And there was
Lennox.
nothing happening, bro.
Spit out, Lennox.
It was dead silent.
Spit it out, quick.
Oh.
He's gonna die, bro. You're doing an egg like a sorry, bro. Like, I'm sorry, bro. That's the rules.
Run it fast. Boom.
Wait. Actually, you know what? Oh, okay. Did it work? Oh, okay, you're
he's
lucky.
good.
All right, come on. Be serious now. Let's go. Lock in.
Liger pressed his Meanwhile,
What's up with these technical difficulties, bro?
Alright, I need an egg, Lennox.
My nose, man.
Yeah. Oh, dang. He's crazy, bro. 3, 2, 1.
the room was thick with tension, the heat between them rising with every passing second. Donnie's body was on fire, every inch of him tuned into the two men around him. Liger's hands were slow, deliberate, moving over his skin with a gentle pressure that
Stop!
had his breath hitching every time. Meanwhile, Lennox pressed in closer, his body warm and solid against Donnie's side, every little movement making him feel like he was drowning in their presence. Liger pressed his Liger against Donnie. Do you feel that? Liger's voice was low, full of dark amusement. His hand brushed over Donnie's chest. Just enough to tease, but not enough to satisfy. The way your body reacts to us, it's impossible to ignore. His fingers traced the edge of Donnie's shirt, the fabric brushing against his sensitive skin with every movement.
No.
Liger could see Donnie's pickle pressing against his khaki pants. Donnie swallowed hard, his mind racing as the pressure built in his chest. The need for them was almost overwhelming. Every touch, every whisper seemed to draw him closer to the edge. He could feel his heart pounding in his ears, his body trembling in anticipation. I think he's already close. Lennox murmured, his voice soft and soothing as he pressed a kiss to Donnie's neck. His
Why
lips
me?
moved
Why's everything happening
before
to
he pulled
me?
back just enough to look at Donnie, eyes glinting with that dangerous mix of sweetness and seduction. But he's holding back, isn't he? Lennox was desperate to squirt. Donnie couldn't help but
What? He's desperate to what? What are you desperate to do? What are you desperate to do? What did he say?
I'm desperate to score.
You're desperate to score.
That's insane. Even the part with the pickle in the khaki pants. What is that? You guys need help?
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, let's see it. Oh my god, bro. How you guys getting this lucky?
So it's 1 in 3 now?
You got a 1 in 3 chance.
Donnie couldn't help but let out a shaky breath. He was ready to squirt too. He was holding back, but the tension between them was unbearable. It wasn't just their hands on him or their bodies pressing so close. It was something deeper, a promise in their eyes that made his pulse race even faster. They weren't just teasing him, they were pulling something from him, something raw, something desperate. Liger's smirk was slow, deliberate. His sausage was filling up, making him lightheaded. He moved closer, his lips just grazing Donnie's ear. "It's okay," he whispered, his breath hot against Donnie's skin. "You don't have to hold back anymore." Donnie let out a sound, half a moan, half a sigh, and then felt Liger's hand slip lower, his fingers tracing the waistband of Donnie's pants. The movement was slow, teasing, just enough to make Donnie's breath catch in his throat. "Tell me, sweetheart," Liger purred, voice rich with that dark promise. "You want us to take this further?" His hand hovered there for
No, Linux is spitting! No! Linux, I saw that! I saw
I
that!
can't do it! I can't!
Linux, I'm sorry. You were caught lacking, Borowski. Alright, 3, 2, 1, eyes closed.
Hey!
Oh!
Ew!
What does it smell like?
Stinks!
Oh my god!
Oh, Donnie.
Oh my god.
Oh, it stinks. It stinks, Donnie.
Why is it that color? No, stop.